Good morning, everyone. Just finished my pre-trip. Found no defects.
Continue on US 395.
Chilly out here. It's 15 degrees Celsius, so it's not too bad. Just narrow roads here. We're on Highway 395 southbound, Washington, just south of Laurier. Narrow roads over here. It is 4:45 in the morning. Why am I driving this early in the morning? Because I can. Last night, like I was saying yesterday, I didn't have a 10-hour reset yesterday. So, and I was going to be out of hours anyway for driving in the US. Even if I had gotten my 10-hour reset, I couldn't have gone much further south. It's starting to rain. So I crossed the border, knowing that this border doesn't open until I think 8 or 9 a.m. or something like that. I'm like, let's just get across the border. First pullout I find, I pull into it and we'll stop there and get a 10-hour reset. Well, that happened to be 8:30, not 8:30, 6:30. 6:30 yesterday evening. I'm like, well, there's no cell service here. Kind of bored. Updated my computer, played video game a little bit. 8:30, I'm like, okay, going to bed. I'm not doing longer than a 10-hour stop here. I'll just get a really early start. Woke up at 4:30 today morning and get going. Actually, I'm surprised how bright it is at 4:30 in the morning. Come on. My little cover on the steering wheel for the horn is popping out today. Push it down now. Hope it stays. I like these narrow little roads, they're kind of fun. Food next, right. Set cruise control. I don't know if I want cruise control on this road. There's another little pullout. I don't know if that's big enough for me. A small little town here. Might have been able to find a place to park here. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely places to park here. That's good. Good to know. Because I really didn't want to go a long distance into the U.S. because I'd be running illegal hours. So cross the border and pick the first place to park. A nice pullout over here as well. So there's little pullouts here and there. And there's a scale in the next town. Coal something, Colville, Coalmount, Coal something. There's a scale there, and they're open every now and then. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is go through the scale running illegal hours. I like doing everything by the book, but still efficient. So I really needed to cross the border, or else I'd be stuck on the Canadian side until way later. And that would suck. We'll see how the Spokane traffic is going to treat me, but I think starting this early in the day I should be able to fly through Spokane. Shouldn't be a problem. So I should be going through Spokane, what, 7:30ish in the morning? 7:30, get to Coeur d'Alene at 8. Yeah, should be fine. In fact, by doing this little stunt of starting at 4:30 in the morning, or waking up at 4:30 in the morning, I might just miss all the traffic. Might save me a bit of a headache there. 14 feet tall. How tall am I? I wrote down 11.3. Definitely no shoulders here. No room for air. Narrow, narrow roads. Highway 20 intersection. Starting to get a little brighter out. And 5:20, give or take. Colville. Town's name is going to be Colville. The big green building on the right hand side there is electricity. They burn wood. They take all the bark from the forest industry and they burn all the bark, they call it hog. All the garbage wood that would normally just go in a big pile of garbage. They burn here and make electricity instead of it getting burnt and just creating carbon dioxide. And it actually burns very, very clean. They've got carbon dioxide filters and catchers or whatever they got there, so that it doesn't actually pollute a lot. It's better to burn it and use it as electricity than to burn it and just go into the air. If I remember right, the scale should be up here soon, somewhere ahead of us here pretty quick. Colville is still a little way away, probably 10 minutes away or so. I see Stutco hog trailers crossing the border and delivering to that electricity power plant every now and then. We also deliver lumber to Colville Wagen, but we don't deliver it all the way over here. It's those transfers that go from Midway to Grand Forks. We transfer the lumber, and there it gets loaded onto train cars, and from there it goes over here. Last year when that train track was down, we were delivering to Colville. And any spare truck that Stutco had was delivering to Colville. You need a lot more trucks to deliver all the way to Colville than just to transfer from Midway to Grand Forks. The scale is closed. That's what that closed sign was. As a last resort, I could sleep here right by the scale. Don't see any no parking signs. Some scales have no parking signs all over them. It's like, come on. It's a safe place to park and sleep. But I guess if they open and there's a bunch of trucks in the way, they can't open. 14.4. I don't believe this is Colville yet. This is a different community. Pacific Pride there. Flashing orange. Valley opens right up. Come out of the trees, narrow roads, all of a sudden we got a wider road with a nice shoulder. No trees. Feels so different. Bunch of hog slash chip trailers sitting up there. More of them over here. These are DCT chambers. I always wonder, is DCT Chambers an American company or a Canadian company? It smells skunk. Because DCT Chambers, I see the trailers with British Columbia license plates on them, I see them with Washington plates on them, and I see them with Idaho plates on them. And then there's other companies under DCT Chambers like Glen and what's the other one, Western something. It's a pretty big company. I always assumed they were a British Columbia company, but they could be an American company. Where's their home office? I still think it's British Columbia, but I don't know for sure. Garmin calls this roadway on the right hand side here Old Abandoned Highway. Calvary Way is the road sign on it. I think that's what it said. The Garmin just says Old Abandoned Highway. It's funny. enjoy reading road signs. Auto view road. Auto view. Automatic view or automobile view? Get to see a junkyard of autos. Hey, that drive-in is actually open? Cool. Spanish Prairie Road. Okay then. Did some Spanish how did anybody from Spain? Just thinking Spain settlers maybe? Oh. There we go, getting in the outskirts of Colville. Going out of business, and his face on the jeweler's face on the sign is smiling. It's like he's happy to be going out of business. Maybe he is. Maybe he's retiring. And he can afford 2 big billboards. It doesn't sound like a bankruptcy thing. That big white structure on the right hand side there is a crane. It's just a lumber crane. It sits on like a railroad track and it runs back and forth, and these big grippers that just picks up lumber. It can pick up more than a truck worth of lumber in one grab. It's just massive. Got the sprinklers going. They always keep the lumber wet. You can't afford fires in a place like this.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
No, Garmin, I don't think I will. I may just take the first exit. I might just do that. Oh, he's unloading a truck right now. One grab is an easy grab for the whole truck. Easy, easy grab. Truck route ahead. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this. The fastest way through town
Roundabout, take the second exit to US 395.
isn't always necessarily the road, the main road. Very often the fastest way through town is the truck route. This is a good example in this town. The speed limit is higher on the truck route and it's the same distance. The town doesn't want you to take this route, but the town doesn't want trucks in downtown either. The town wants you to go downtown and spend your money downtown. It's going to take longer to get through downtown. There's other towns like that. There's one along Columbia River that the truck route is definitely faster. Nakusp in British Columbia, truck road is much faster. So if you're ever driving
3/4 of a mile, enter the roundabout.
driving through a town and you're in a rush, just want to get through, don't want to stop, you see a truck road sign, very likely it's a faster way around. They want you guys all to be stopping in town and go through the tourist trap stuff. But they don't want us in that town, so they bypass us.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Okay, Garmin, I think I'll listen this time.
Exit to South Main Street. Continue on South Main Street.
Yeah, we just bypassed downtown. Spokane, 69 minutes away. "69 miles away." But miles and minutes is the same thing when the speed limit's 60. Looking a little bit stormy down this way. explain the difference between big open feeling to a closed up feeling. All it takes is a couple of trees. Okay, couple hundred, couple thousand trees. Wide open valley, and then you got a trees, and all of a sudden you're closed right in. Still southbound on 395. A little community called Addy. A-D-D-Y. Kind of right beside us here. Opens up again for a little bit. A bunch of small fields, small pastures. Beautiful country that I don't get to see very often. It's been a long time since we've been on this highway. Most of the time it's not the most efficient route to get through Spokane, but this time it is. The nice thing about this route, we didn't have to do any major passes. Most of the valleys run north to south, so Vernon all the way down here, there was like the climbs by Kalamalka Lake. There were small climbs there, but no major passes. You have to climb Big White, but once again, that's not a major pass. No Anarchist, no Paulson, no Kootenai Pass. In the U.S., it's pretty much just small hills like this. So the biggest pass we had to do was Big White, which is not a big deal at all. Definitely make much better time on runs that you don't have to go over those passes. Yeah, north to south runs are definitely a lot more efficient than east to west runs. Definitely looks like I'll be going through some rain today. I was drizzling in the morning already, right? So definitely gonna get some rain today. Hopefully it's not raining when I have to unstrap in Coeur d'Alene. didn't say anything about rain, did I? Stopping at this truck stop here. There's a casino. I don't know how to pronounce the town's name that we just passed. The casino had the same name on it. I'm gonna go with, just thinking, Chula? Maybe? Chula? Chewellah. I love rain, just love the sound of it hitting the windshield. It's just my favorite type of weather, other than working in it. But driving weather, this is my favorite driving weather. So the water evaporates off of them. Right now I see nothing in my mirrors. I see headlights, except we're in the US. People don't use headlights. So anyone that's not using headlights, I can't see them. More and more people do use headlights in the US, but still I'd say over half of them don't. Makes incredibly dangerous passing. See, all we have is little hills like this where you climb a little hill and you're good to go. No big passes. Stormy weather. Rain in the morning usually isn't stormy. Rain in the evening after a hot day, that's when you get the stormy weather. No lights. And my mirror, they become invisible. In front of you, you get to see them. They still blend in pretty. You see them a lot closer before you. They're a lot closer before you see them. Vehicles with headlights, you see them much further away. But in the mirror while raining, no headlights, you're literally completely invisible. I cannot see you. I barely can make out, like that vehicle there, you can barely see them that far away coming at us. But in my mirror, I can barely make out the people with lights on. You disappear in my mirror. Luckily, I do have mirror heat and it keeps the water evaporating off of the mirrors, so that gives me a little more visibility. Mirror heat is useful in the summer and in the winter. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Yeah. 6:15 in the morning now. So I've been awake for an hour and 45 minutes. The sun's just coming up. Looks a thing, that wide load's been parked there for a while. To be seen better, turn on the headlights. I like that sign. Not to see better, but to be seen better. When it rains a bit harder like this, the mirror heat can't keep up. Problem 54 miles away, so that's over 50 Spokane. Yeah, it'll be over 50 minutes. So
a lane closure was reported on I-90.
Great. That's the same 54 mile. Let's say kilometers, miles. So I think that's just construction over there. That's in the Idaho side, and there was construction on the I-90 there, so that's right about where the scale is, I think. No lights. Yes, Carmen. We got it. We got it. So gonna keep telling me that over and over for the next hour? I hope not. Loon Lake. It's a pretty big lake, actually. Historical Loon Lake Schoolhouse. Alright, just did my load secure here. We're north of Spokane, just turned onto Highway 211. Headed north to Madeline Falls. And the rain kind of stopped. It's raining really heavy in Spokane. Really, really heavy. Everybody's just crawling. Couple car accident. People driving as if it wasn't raining and crashing into each other. Hydroplaning and stuff. Got to Coeur d'Alene, it was just light drizzle, so I could unstrap my load in a light drizzle. Headed back to Spokane, and it stopped raining for me just as we started loading at the first pickup place. It's a load that has to be tarped, so he wanted me to unroll the tarp as he was loading me just in case it started raining again. That worked out okay. And they loaded me 57,700 and something pounds. I'm like, dispatch, if I'm picking up another load somewhere, that only leaves me 1,500 pounds. 5,600? Oh, somewhere in there. And they're like, paperwork says it's 3,000 pounds. I'm like, I can't pick it up then. I'll be too heavy. They made some phone calls, found out it was just styrofoam. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go pick that up. It's barely a few hundred pounds, so. And they want that tarp too, and it's tall. On my trailer, my height now is 13 feet. I'm not sure how tall the actual bundle is, but. 13 feet tall. I'm sure I remember that at bridges. In Spokane, there was one bridge I had to go under. That's 13.3. It's awfully tight looking in the mirror. Awfully tight. I went in nice and slow. I'm like, it says 13.3, so I should fit, but looking in the mirror, it didn't look like there were 3 inches. be an absolutely beautiful day up here. Heck, I might end up unloading today. We'll see. I think technically they stop unloading right about the time I get there. But if they're not busy, they may unload me. They may. Headed up to Highway 20, and like I was saying, technically Highway 20 runs east to west, but we're headed to Highway 20. Highway 211 is a good little shortcut. Lots of little lakes along this road. Type of road where you look down the side roads, you see quite a bit of cabins near the lakes and stuff. It's definitely a place people come and spend their summer holidays, up in the forest and in the lakes. Still looks pretty stormy out that way, doesn't it? Maybe we're chasing the storm down. Oh, good thing it's tarped. It's all bagged of I guess that'd be cement. Or the concrete mix. It's powdered concrete you need for concrete or for cement, whichever one is more accurate. You guys decide. And then of course the styrofoam, and then on the very back there's some blocks, concrete blocks.
always find this road so relaxing. It's a nice little road. First time I came this way, rookie driver, I didn't take this shortcut. I drove east almost to the Idaho border and then came back on Highway 20. That is what our directions say on to do. I've never actually done the math to see if I get paid to go the long way or the short way. My directions say take Highway 2, 20, 31, 6, and then 3B. Nowhere does it mention 211. So if I take Highway 2 and then 20, that means I've got to go almost to the Idaho border. And like I said, the very first time I did it, the second time I'm like, this road here seems like we can take this road. I don't see any signs. It doesn't say no trucks. So I took it once. I didn't see any trucks on the road. It's like, well, it seems like we're okay to be on this highway. And then after that, I've been seeing big rigs on here all the time. It's like, okay. Davis Lake. Well, Davis Lake Road, so I'm assuming the lake has got the same name. I could be wrong, you never know. Davis Lake Road, but the lake is named something else. Names can be funny like that sometimes. Especially when names change. Like when the town of West Bank became West Kelowna instead of West Bank. There was all sorts of outrage, and lots of places still say West Bank, while other places say West Kelowna. So now it's known by two names. Just like when we go to Sawmill Lake, if we Google it, nowhere near there is there a Sawmill Lake. I can't remember what it's called on Google Maps, but it's got a different name on Google Maps than it does in reality. All the signs going up to Sawmill Lake say Sawmill Lake. So now it's known as two different names. I know a couple of lakes like that. Google has a different name for it. Hopefully this isn't a very old road. At least it's been paved not too many years ago. I guess there would have been a road here a long time ago for all those old buildings to be there, so. But maybe it was a gravel road for many years. Could be. So I got up at 4:30 in the morning. A shift can't be longer than 14 hours. So 14 hours from 4:30 is what? I guess that's like 6:30. So I've got to be done the day at 6:30. Okay. That should be no problem. No problem. That can be done. If I get unloaded today or not, that can be done.
At the end of the street, turn left.
Arrive time in trail is, my Garmin says 4:30. Border crossing and all that, so probably 5. Yeah, I might not get unloaded today.
Turn left at the stop sign.
Clear? All clear. Always double check, because it's surprising how often a car can hide behind your A-post or behind your mirror.
Continue on Washington 20.
Look the first time, yep, all clear. Look the second time, go, whoa, car, right there. Calypso Market. Tribal fireworks. They're just illegal to bring across the border. State Highway 20, northbound. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I predict we're loading a Klesnikov. Where we're going with that load? Most likely Richmond, but it's been unpredictable lately. We've had some very different loads. It could be Calgary or something like that, or Idaho, or who knows. Cusick Ranch. I think the little town ahead of us here is Cusick. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. Definitely a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. I love the rain, cloud, and blue sky mix like right now. Just gorgeous. The sky is divided in half in weather. So yeah, you guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.